Okay, one more video about Animal Crossing then. There is just so much inside. Um, I'm ba- you can play this game for the rest of your life. Actually, there is a Reddit, this is some kind of social media thing that people are still playing Wild World. Now here is a cafe. And the cafe is normally unmanned, but on Saturday here's a dog and is playing a song, and it will be a song that you can record and play in your house later. This guy is a Brewster, and if you don't know him in the beginning, then the text will be much more formal, and he will hand over the cup of coffee with two hands, like they do in Japan, as a manner of being polite. Here, however, he shows different text. Sorry, but not Joe. That's of course because I sold my. I put it in my savings account. So that is, but sometimes in the cafe, all the villagers sit there, and you can interact with those villagers and get to know them. There is also a storyline that you can follow inside of that villager. Here's Celeste. Celeste is asleep, but you can wake her, and then you can make your own constellation, which is shown at night. And the villagers will also have their own thoughts about your constellation. Sometimes they are like in awe about the constellation that you created. So there is a lot of feedback to the player in various ways. The game is, yeah, it's very safe game. You can write letters, but you cannot write cuss words. They are blanked out, those words. So you have to be nice. And I'll show how to travel, because you can also the game is not only social. You, the player, versus the villagers, but also if you have two residents, you have to communicate with the other person outside of the game what your various symbols mean, and because you tend to develop a language, a syntax for how to communicate things in the field. So, for example, I place on non-fruit trees a flower on the bottom, and sometimes there are rocks that you can hit with a shovel, and sometimes you can't find those rocks because I don't know, too many trees. So I tend to make a line of fruits towards the next rock. So there are two rocks nearby the museum, for example. But your partner or a friend will not have the faintest idea what you mean by why is this fruit here. So there's communication on the second level is with people that you share your house with, and the communication on the third level is with players via their town. So you can go to the gate. Every version of the game has a gate, and in the gate there is this guy. Copper. The problem is now, of course, that I have on the classic 3DS. This is the light that turns on if you have Wi-Fi or NFC. It's a combined signal. NFC Wi-Fi enabled, and then it starts blinking. But I cannot activate it because I'm inside of the game. And it's a DS game, so you have to exit it first. But in principle, you can say I want to go out, and then on the other DS, you can say invite, and that is really cool. I cannot show you because it's a little bit convoluted. I have to get out of this thing, and in the normal DS it's a slider, but on the new 3DS it is a setting inside of the menu, and the reason why it is now black is because it has a lot of games on it. Yeah, okay, so you go here and then wireless communication, NFC, it's the same thing. It's set to on, so you exit it, and now this will be enabled. But for this I will have to exit as well. And this is the way that you can do DS to DS, but you can also, the game was previously, let me do this quickly. Back in 2005, 2006, Nintendo had an entire channel and several servers that you could connect to. But they shut down the servers, and people made their own server called Pretendo. So you can use Wii MFC, the new modern version post Nintendo, to connect to other people. But if you go to other people, back in the day the internet was much more innocent. So people could seed your town with many fake buildings and brick your entire game. So imagine if you put several thousand of hours into the game and somebody bricks it, then the only way will be to close off and remove your town. That is quite painful. But as they say in Russia, somebody else's tears is just water. Okay, so let's exit here. Yeah, so DS to DS is what you want to do, and you want to buy. The game is so rich that it makes it worthwhile to buy a second pair. DS costs about $40 euros, and the game itself is about $30, and you can decide on your own if you don't want to do this. That's not my problem, but DS to DS makes it opens up the game like before that. In hindsight, you are only playing half the game. As I said before, half the game was already an extremely large game. Yes, I want to quit playing because I want to enable. This is super cool because you can see how the puppet is entering one town and exiting the other. So I had to exit for this slider over here. So I have to exit this. And probably I'll show it in the next video or something. It doesn't Yes, as you can see, it goes on. In the meantime, we'll go play this. Hello? Yes. So this has now the gate thing on. So we go look for the gate, and the gate is over here. Because I have a 0 direction sense, so I'm going to leave the acorns for now. But there is a list of things that you can receive if you are really successful in harvesting acorns. So if you do this, it is, and you have a second DS, it's much more easy to have one person collect all the acorns and deliver it to the other person. So let's host or something. Invite guests. Yes, DS to DS. So you can also do with other people that you don't know, but DS to DS is you can trust yourself, I hope. But this is the host. The host is for the real cartridge, and this is the fake cartridge. If I was no, this is the real cartridge. Continue. So here you will start. You will start broadcasting to other towns nearby. So that's NFC, near field connectivity. And he will just wait, I think. I've never tried this before. He will wait until I am actually saying that I want to say that I want to access. So the gate remains indeed open. And you also hear all this very apt